What's up, adventurers? My name is Platinum Phoenix, and welcome back to Fire Emblem Engage. The last time, we did our first paralog chapter and met Jean, who is our second dedicated healer. And this time, we are actually going to continue our way to get the second of Fiorene's emblem ring. But first, we are doing our Somniel stuff. So, the thing I want to show in the Somniel this time is actually down this way. And if I pull up the map, you can kind of see where I'm going. Not really anymore, but I'll just knock that back down because where we want to go to is this little cave. The air in the grotto is diffused with a mysterious aura. If we run in here, we can see a cute little creature. I can't really tell if it's a cat or a dog. But we'll go with the dog, with a dog in the, for the purposes of this. Hello!
Oh my! What in the world is this creature?
Ah, so you have found it at last.
Vander, what do you know about this little one?
Not much, unfortunately. It began to appear shortly before you awoke from your slumber. Queen Lumera once said it is something of a guardian spirit for the Somniel. Claimed to have played with it in her youth.
She did? So, this creature has been alive for a very long time. You know, I do feel a sort of affinity toward it.
It seems to have taken a liking to you as well, Divine One. Would it please you to care for it? If it is truly the guardian spirit of the Somniel, doing so may bring some manner of benefit.
What a great idea! Now that I've met it, I'd like us to be friends. Let's see. I'll call you...
And we get the option of naming the spirit of the Somniel. And, of course, Sami is what the game calls it. But I prefer to actually name creatures after the animals and the partners I have in my model. Being, the Tamer VTuber. So I think I'm going to name this little guy Ash, after the little dog that follows me. Unfortunately, he I do have the toggle turned on, so Ash is currently on my model right now, but unfortunately he's down by my feet and never really gets to be shown in videos, which is really sad. So I'll put him on screen so you can at least see what he looks like and his little animations and everything. But yeah, we're just gonna go with Ash. And yes, Ash is okay name with me. Is an okay name with me.
Yes, I like that name. It's nice to meet you. I hope you like your new name.
It looks well pleased. Don't forget to say hello to it when next you see it around.
Alright, and I'm just gonna skip this because basically all it tells us is that we have 3 options to do with Shrine Guardian, or Ash here. And the first is to feed Ash, and I'm going to give it some rare vegetables. And basically, if I remove my model once again, you can see that behind me is a gauge that shows you how happy Ash is. And the higher you get the gauge, the more benefits you get, basically. So you want to max out the gauge as quickly as possible, but for just feeding it, you get 100 extra bond fragments, which is nice. I only feed it once per visit here because it doesn't actually gain any more bonuses after that point. But you can also pet it, which will also raise its happiness. And for this one, you actually have to hit the B button to go back for it to let you leave the screen. And it also gives you more bond fragments for petting it. Another 100. And then the last thing is you can dress it up. I don't believe we have anything for it right now. Oh, maybe we do. Hold on. Nice. That's awesome. Hold on. I could do it too. Just give me a second. There we go. Perfect. We got this. You and me, Ash. Here we go. That's awesome. Take these two off. That's very funny. What else do you got? Oh, Flora Frill. That's pretty. Nice. And oh, nice brows. What was this first one? Oh, it's a tiny little hat. That's adorable. And you can put stuff on its tail as well. A butterfly, a ribbon. If you can't tell, I don't normally dress him up. So I'm seeing most of these for the first time, and they are very cute. And I'm kind of upset with myself that I've never done this before. Sure, you could have a cute little butterfly friend, and I'll leave you with the top hat because I think that's very cute. And scarf color, how about an orange scarf to go with our colors? Yeah, that's nice. That's just adorable, is what that is. But that's the only thing I really wanted to go over with the Somniel for right now. Is it raining in a cave? What the hell? Alright. But I was just gonna say we're gonna go over whatever supports we have. It looks like Alfred and Etienne have a support conversation, so we'll go over that.
Amazing weather we're having today, huh?
Too true. It's the perfect day for a cup of tea.
Especially the tea you prepare, Etienne. It's my favorite of all.
That's kind of you to say. Would you like another cup?
No, I'd better not.
If you say so.
I can't hold it anymore. Oh, I'm out.
Your cup is down first. I win.
Yep, fair play, Etienne. I got no excuse. Although I could swear our special workout teacups seem heavier today.
Well spotted. I did add some weight, in fact.
No wonder I had such trouble just lifting it.
Don't whine. The road to muscle gain is long and bumpy, and you've just begun. Tea time will only get harder from here.
I expect nothing less. Let's raise our teacups to strength.
To strength.
They could have a competition to hold a teacup up. I'm gonna also admit, most of the time when I play through games, I don't have the volume on because I play at night and everything, and I don't want to keep up the people I'm living with or anything. So I usually play with it muted. So I usually skip some of these and not really go through all of them. Never knew they had a competition of teacups. But anyway, the next thing is Celine's our bond conversation with Celica.
For all I had hoped to discuss with you, now that you are before me, I am lost for words.
I know what you mean, but we'll have plenty of time to get to know each other.
And that's everything they have to say, I guess. So now I am just going to run around and get the rest of the collectibles that we can get at the Somniel, and I will meet you at the world map for the next chapter. Alright, now on the map, I actually want to walk over here because it's our first example of a scrimmage. I will not be going through these during this Let's Play, but basically it's just extra fights you can do in places or in chapters you've already completed, to give you some extra. They give you extra money, a little bit of extra experience and everything, and they help level up bonds and everything. So they're pretty nice, but I just don't find a use for them, and I don't really need to show them on camera. So with that being said, on to Chapter 6, The Mountain Settlement. And everything should still be good, so before we start, Fram got a defense tonic last time, so I'm just going to take that off of her. And with that, let's begin the chapter.
Almost there. Just a little farther north and we'll be at the shrine.
The landscape's gotten rockier.
We're near Brodia. It's all mountains up there.
I'm seeing fewer villages as well. Makes this a good place to hide an emblem ring, I suppose.
Yeah. The closer you are to the Brodian border, the colder and quieter it gets. Look. Not a soul in sight.
You're right. There's no one around. Except her.
Ah!
Take a little look around. Wait for it.
I wonder what she's doing here.
She's crying.
Oh, well, doesn't that break the heart? I'd better help. I am her prince, after all. I won't stand by when my people are suffering. Alfred, wait!
Oh, what a scrape I'm in.
Hey there.
Huh?
What's the matter? Something I can help with?
I knew we'd startle you. Sorry for popping up out of nowhere and...
Lappy! You came just in time. I'm saved. I lost something earlier and there was nobody around to help, so I got real stressed out. Oh, right. I skipped over the niceties. You can call me Yunaka. Hiya, papaya.
Papaya?
Huh. I've never heard that one before. Anyway, what did you lose, Yunaka?
It's a little round ring. Kind of shiny with a hole in the middle. Oh, and it talks for some reason.
Come again?
Yeah, I figured you wouldn't believe me.
I believe you. It might be an emblem ring.
Please, go on. What did it say?
Well, if I remember right, it asked me to take it to the Divine Dragon.
To me?
Is that... did you... are you saying you're the Divine Dragon?
Yes, I am. I'm sorry I didn't mention it sooner. I'm the Divine Dragon.
And now that we're doing introductions, I'm Alfred, the Prince of Firene.
Holy broccoli! Why didn't you lead with that? I think I just had a heart attack. Nope, false alarm. Phew.
I'm so sorry. I never meant to impact your health.
Yunaka, how did you find the ring?
I was walking along the border, minding my own business, when I heard a woman's voice. Help me. I'm right here. I'm by your foot.
Huh. You're quite the performer.
Anyway, I picked up the ring and she said, take me to the Divine Dragon. But at that point, I had no idea where the Divine Dragon was, so I told her I couldn't help. She knew the way, though. Told me to start heading for the capital of Firene.
Oh, that's good advice. The quickest way to get to Lithos is through the capital.
But on the way, I was attacked by bandits and ran off full speed. And now the ring's gone. I must have dropped it somewhere. Woe is me. Sniffle, sniffle. But now that you're here, you're gonna help me find it, right? Right?
After hearing her story, this definitely sounds like an emblem ring. Probably the ring of the Dawn Maiden. But that means someone took it from the shrine.
Or it could be another emblem ring. We'll just have to find it and see for ourselves.
All right, Yunaka. We'll help you.
Golly, that's great news. She'll be so happy if you're the one who finds her.
Let's start by retracing your steps. No sign of the ring so far.
Maybe somebody got to it before we did.
Yeah, everyone's combing the area. If it was lying around, we would have found it by now.
You're sure you didn't lose it before the bandits attacked?
I had it on me when I passed through that ghost town over there. Huh?
What is it?
It looks like the town's overrun with bandits.
What? How can you tell?
I'll bet these are the same chumps who ambushed me earlier.
Let's take a closer look.
They've taken over the town.
These are the bandits I ran into earlier. No doubt about it. And that means one of them's got... Aha! Right there.
You see it?
Yeah, a burly guy with something glinting in his hand. That's gotta be our missing ring.
What do you think, Divine One? Is it an emblem ring?
He's too far. I really can't say. You must have great eyesight, Yunaka.
Yeah, I have the killer's eyes.
What was that?
Killer eyes! I've got killer eyes! You know, they're great at seeing stuff. If you ever need something looked at real good, I'm your gal! Anyway, what's the plan now? We've got two problems that need solving.
A stolen ring and a town full of bandits.
The ring's our first priority, but we can't leave them unchecked.
We'll only attract attention if we all charge in at once. I say we split up. You know, send in a small group to recover the ring. Nice and stealthy.
All right.
Okay then. Come on, Divine One. You're with me. Okie dokes. If we go through here, I bet we can sneak up on that guy with the ring.
Slipping through a side passage. Smart thinking, Yunaka.
Alright, and we are now in Chapter 6. I want to say I really like Yunaka. She is so over the top that it's just really funny. I'm also switching out Bertrand for Luis, just because Luis is a better tank than Bertrand is, and I prefer that over. And I believe that's everything I need to switch up, and so we'll just start.
It's pitch black out here. How can we fight them if we can't even see them?
Don't worry, Divine One. That's what I'm here for. My eyesight's so sharp, I can spot baddies even when it's dark or foggy. Till you get your hands on a torch at least. Then you'll see as well as I can. There he is. Let's take him by surprise.
Good idea.
Please, take me to the Divine Dragon.
This looks pretty pricey. This'll net me a nice lump of gold. The boss doesn't need to know about it.
Oh dear. You can't even hear me, can you?
I hear her. That's the voice from before.
That's definitely an emblem ring. Yunaka, will you help me get it back?
Of course, you weirdo. That's why we're here.
Right. Well, thank you. You know, now that I hear her, your impression was incredibly accurate.
Stop. You're gonna make me blush.
Alright, and our victory condition, defeat their boss, and defeat is the Divine Dragon or Yunaka being defeated, because Yunaka is very important for specifically this chapter, but it's, it's a little bit important at least. So, I guess we just are gonna take this guy out. There's a couple of main mechanics in this fight, but I'll go over them after we do this.
So where did you come from?
Descend now!
Well, that seems like overkill.
My treasure!
My treasure! He turns into Gollum. My
We
precious!
got the ring! Heal us, Emblem of Dawn!
I am Emblem Micaiah. I sense the future shifting. Now victory lies ahead.
Ah, so it is the ring of the Dawn Maiden. Yunaka, I entrust this ring to you.
Me? But I...
She belongs with you. All I ask is that in return, you help us defeat these bandits. Will you join with Emblem Micaiah?
Yeah, okay. I won't let you down.
Alright, and we have successfully recovered Emblem Micaiah. Unfortunately, she's not super helpful in this fight, but Yunaka is actually incredibly helpful for the pure fact that she is a thief class and can see through the darkness, basically. Other classes would have to go right up to the darkness to be able to see anything, really. So, Yunaka has the unique trait of being able to walk up to the darkness and see a lot farther than other units, especially units that we have, because she is the thief class. The other thing we can do with this darkness is light these torches, which light up a large area, and is actually pretty helpful. Unfortunately, I cannot teleport very far, because it's not really easy to teleport through the darkness. It's actually really hard to use Celica and Celine during this chapter because she wants to teleport and be basically right on top of the enemy, but if all the lights are turned off like they just did, then you're not able to teleport to the darkness because you can't travel through the darkness. So this level literally stops you from moving forward in one of the most irritating ways they can possibly do it. So this is actually a pretty long level just because of the fact that it forces you to be slower. Also, nice double zeros. A couple of good units to keep in mind for this are, like I said, Yunaka is really good at just getting through everything and not really caring much. And any very defensive units are really good in this chapter, because if you can put them right up to the darkness, they will see the enemies, but then they can also take the hits of the enemies and not really care that much. Although we're just going to deal with this one. And I know I just said that Celine may not be the best suited for this chapter, but I'm going to engage anyway. Now that I think about it, I want to warp Ragnarok all the way up here and just kind of bomb this thief. And this will also make it so it's 3 of them up top and the rest of them down below, because you want as many up top as you can, because that's where the actual boss of this chapter is, right here. So if you can get them up there, it becomes much easier. And I believe I'm just going to shoot you with a bow. You miss this. Hits the 59. And that's unfortunate. Can anyone deal with these guys? Deal with this thief with Louise? And this archer shouldn't even be able to hurt him, really. You have the advantage, but you still can't hit them. That's why. No? Wow, I'm really just stuck not being able to take out that magician, or that mage. That's unfortunate. I was really hoping to be able to take him out this turn. I'll just put you in the grass here, and we will kind of double team this swordsman. And I will actually use you to heal Etienne, because she's the one in the most danger.
That feels way better.
And then Alfred should be able to just deal with this sword user. Yeah, we'll just use the lance on him. Nice 15 damage. Seems like a little bit of overkill, but oh well. Torches are actually really good, so I'm getting rid of this energy drop. And we'll put you right here. I didn't get to talk about Jean a whole ton last episode. But he starts at level 1, and it's kind of not great as he dodges an attack. It is actually pretty good there. But
This time,
wow, that guy
victory
got
was mine.
obliterated. That was brutal. Oh, this guy has no idea what's coming. Oh, you only attacked once. What happened? So, unfortunately, like I said, this is a long chapter, and there's not a whole ton to talk about. But I do kind of want to rant about darkness levels, because they are my least favorite levels in this game, for the sheer fact that they just slow everything down. I like levels where I can strategically plan every move I make to, as quickly as possible, finish the levels. And these darkness levels just completely stop you from doing that. They don't allow you to move how you want. They don't allow you to really fight the way you want to fight. They don't allow you to do... Basically, if you wanted to do something in these levels, it doesn't really allow you to do it unless you have torches. Which, speaking of which, gonna illuminate. And the torches illuminate a 7x7 range, which is amazing, by the way, now that I'm going over it. So it's really good. Going into this chapter, you can actually buy torches, and I recommend you buy torches. But I didn't, because I didn't want to basically spoil what was happening in this chapter. But I highly recommend having at least a fast unit with torches so they could run ahead, basically put a torch down like you're in Minecraft or something, and light up the area. Luis, you can go here and attack this guy. Just end him. Don't need to deal with that anymore. And I don't think you're going to have a problem going up there by yourself, so I'll have Jean go over here. And then these two I'm just going to have follow behind, because there's nothing left to do up there. I basically just put them up there so that they would stop the units that are up there from basically ambushing everyone. Nice, another person. Does Seraphim? No, it does not. That's unfortunate. I'll use Seraphim anyway, because I like the little bit of extra damage. Also, it looks like it's just like a ki blast from like Dragon Ball Z or something. And fire! And we'll just use another torch. Put you here. And like I said, we're basically just going to be very slowly moving everyone. And I'm going to light this to try to keep it as lit as possible. And you will go there. And you will fly up this way because it's the shortest route. What do you got next? Actually, a smart move. I'll give you credit. Something else that I remembered that I went over but actually got wrong was armor units. Like heavily armored units, like the axe armor, the spear armor, and all of those units. They actually cannot be broken. They are immune to break, basically. Also, I'm just going to put you here and use a Vulnerary, because that also will replenish Celica. I forgot her name for a second. 16 here. I don't think I could take these both out. Actually, I know I cannot take these both out. Actually, let's engage. Let's just engage. Let's deal with this guy. Let's hope I can deal with this guy. Huh. I'm just gonna punch him. He hits the 45%. How dare he? Put you here so you can protect there a little bit. Are you kidding? Did they leave him with 1?
We'll get through this.
Alfred, can you take this guy out? With anything? No, it's the exact same either way. In fact, it's worse if I use Rider's Bang, or Rider whatever. We get a level 6 level up, that's nice. I don't think Luis is actually going to do anything this fight. He fought 1 archer, and that's his whole story. Alright, John, punch him!
Is it strange that I'm fighting?
Archer, wasn't your, whole goal to be a doctor? Why are you punching people? And we should be able to take out this...
God, please.
That was a nice dodge, or else I would have had to back up a lot. It's always funny, at least in these levels, when the enemy is just like, alright, now I'm gonna run up, and I'm gonna attack the guy from the darkness, and then they attack the armored unit and just kind of get thrown backwards. But I think I'm just going to end this fight here. This guy does have 2 lives. I cannot end this fight here, unfortunately. I need to wait 1 more turn. But I can heal you up. So I'll do that.
That helps.
And honestly, I'll just leave this here. And I'll let Luis attack this guy, but then I think I'm just going to end this round.
Was that sufficient?
Or end my turn. Because I don't think I'm going to need everyone. I might move the faster units up just in case I need them. But, I don't really see me needing everyone. So I'm going to just end my turn. And I'm going to do the most brutal thing I think I possibly can. And use Warp Ragnarok on this guy. Alright, here we go. I'll just go here and Warp Ragnarok.
A little late to be saving the day. We killed off the villagers ages ago.
That's fine. I'm just going to throw the sun at you. I don't really want to engage you, so I'm not going to, is what I was saying. You just throw your knife at him.
Nailed it.
And that's his first life. And is he an axe user? He is an axe user.
Here goes.
Because this should be more than enough.
Lend me your strength.
Alright, time to do what we do best. And to stab a man. That sounds worse than I wanted it to. Alright, oh well.
Fate has brought
Super speed stabbing. It's insane that does 9 hits, right? I mean, even only doing 4 damage per hit, that's 36 damage. It's insane. Alright, and a level up. Level 7 already. And that's with only 9 strength. Also the talisman. Nice to get. And I believe that's the end of the chapter. Phoenix and Mars. And only 7 turns. That actually did not last as long as the castle did. Pretty nice.
That's the last of the bandits. You've been a huge help, Yunaka. If not for you, we'd be scratching our heads in an empty shrine right about now. I can't thank you enough.
It was nothing, really.
I wonder who took it from the shrine in the first place.
It must have been those bandits, right?
Well...
What's the matter?
I have a... confession. The thing is, I didn't find the ring. I stole it.
Huh?
I was strapped for money, and when I saw the shrine, I figured it might have valuables. I went inside, heard Micaiah's voice, and pow! There's the ring, staring right at me. I was just looking to make a quick bundle of dough. I'm sorry.
I see.
When I learned that you two were royalty, I panicked and kinda, well, lied. Really, I'm no different from those bandits. I'll accept whatever punishment you give me.
Hold on. You were planning to sell the ring?
Yeah.
Well then, why didn't you? You could have run for the hills as soon as the Divine Dragon handed it to you. We're useless in the dark. Would have been easy to give us the slip. But instead, you stuck around and risked your neck for us. Why?
Well, because of Micaiah. When she started talking to me, I got this feeling that I just couldn't shake. I felt like I had to help her get to the Divine Dragon.
Yunaka has shown me nothing but kindness. Fighting by her side, I saw a bright path ahead. When I sensed Sombron's return, I called out in the dark. It was she who answered. I am to blame for entangling her in all this. Yunaka has done nothing wrong.
I hear you, but she did lie to us. As Prince, I'm not supposed to let that go without some sort of punishment.
Lay it on me. I can handle it.
How about joining our forces?
Say, what now?
We're on a journey to collect the Emblem rings and defeat the Fell Dragon. I know it's a lot to ask, but will you pledge yourself to our cause? What do you think, Alfred? A fitting punishment?
I love it. Our army is pretty lean, so adding a new recruit makes a lot of sense. And Yunaka clearly has raw talent. She could be a real asset.
I won't let you down. Thank you. Both of you.
Don't mention it. And, Yunaka, allow me to be the first to say, Hiya Papaya.
Hiya Papaya, back at ya, Divine One.
With that settled, let's hurry onward. We've got to cross into Brodia, right?
Yes. Mother sent a letter to the Brodian king when we left the castle. He should be expecting us.
Good. The Kingdom of Might. I'm curious to see what it's like there.
Alright, and with that, we have both gotten Yunaka to join our team, as well as Emblem Micaiah. But we need to go over Micaiah. So, Emblem Micaiah is our first example of a support class emblem, which is kind of weird. And also, I hate to say it because I love Yunaka. She's awful with Micaiah. She's just not good. They clash in what they're trying to do so badly that it's not even funny. Micaiah wants to be on a mage class. Specifically, any healer is amazing with Micaiah. Micaiah gives 1 magic, 2 resistance, and 2 luck, just making the healer more resistant to taking attacks, so being on the front line is less of a threat to them. And also, the emblem ability of Micaiah is Great Sacrifice, which takes all of her health to heal every single one of your units on the field, which is insane, and also levels up the unit that is engaged with Micaiah so quickly that it is the most ludicrous thing possible. I recommend putting it either on Fram or Jean, because they are our 2 healers at the moment, and specifically putting it on Jean levels him up to a point so quickly where he's just not useless anymore. And it's amazing, and I highly recommend it, and it's probably what I'm going to do. But with that being said, I think we're going to end this here. So, I hope that everyone enjoyed watching. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Next time, we head for Brodia. But until then, happy adventuring.